Just a new song. We learned it last week. We started to learn it last week. A-C-T-I-E, we are there for active. He and she, they with me, happy to be proactive. A-C-T-I-E, life never is subtractive. He and she, they with me, isn't that so attractive? We are friendly and kind, try to keep that in mind. If you meet us one day, you will always remember. So what you've seen is that the first part of a social singing group that we run here, of which members of the community attend, but also young people from Active. And so they've been coming for about a year and a half, working, just learning how to sing together, and just sort of be musical and mixing with members of the community so that it just feels like a normal thing to do. And so that was my idea, that we could create a special piece based on the experiences of the young people Active. And so I've started to write some songs based on suggestions that they've given to me in sort of discussions and little chats. And I've come up with ideas for about 6 different songs. And since I started the project, there was an earthquake that affected quite a lot of buildings in Wellington, and Active got moved out of their normal base, and so they became homeless for a while, and now they've moved in with Alpha Art Gallery in Abel Smith Street, just down the road from SOUNZ. And so we're going to have another song about that transition, about how it's been for them to be uprooted from their main base in Ghuznee Street to that. So that'll be the subject of a new song. And there's another song about themes that came out in discussions when they were at school, how they had quite a hard time with bullying. And so they're quite a sensitive subject, really. So I'm currently writing that song, and we'll present it to them next week to see how that goes down. You can tell I haven't worked how to end this song yet, but we could just stop. All right. But you probably worked out how important music is to them as people, and they get very involved in it and very moved by the singing and by the sentiments in the song, and also excited. So that's really how it's been working, and we're really looking forward to presenting it like this. It'll be presented like it was today, like a singing session, but with these new songs put in. So we have to practice now doing it in front of people, which is different because it's a social singing group. So if you're in the room, you're meant to be singing. This is the nature of these, I call them Sing for Your Life sessions. And they run all around Wellington in the mornings, and this one at Ara Valley is, they all have a special character really. So yeah, it's been great, super, having a lovely time. I think that's how music should be in some situations, where it sort of breaks down barriers and people can sort of forget about everyday things. And when you're in this sort of situation, it's very much about the present, about the now. You can't think about anything else. You just get really involved in the musical passage of time. So, and there was dancing and then spontaneous things would happen, but also some subtle things, some harmonies coming out from some of the singers, and we use canon a lot because that's quite an easy way of getting music to sound exciting. So my composition will have some sort of moments of canon and call and response and call and copy, those sort of things.
simple devices. The concert's on Saturday, May the 27th at the Salvation Army Citadel, and this new work will feature in the first half, and the second half is the Wellington Community Choir singing all New Zealand songs. So it's a special New Zealand Music Month concert.
Everybody singing now.